Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Breaking news, details of President Trump's executive action on refugees.
Suspends all refugees.
134 million people.
The aim is to limit the rise of Islamic extremism.
Much confusion remains.
Nationwide backlash.
Sizable protest here at JFK.
Tonight, there is chaos, confusion, and fear.
Abruptly in late winter, DeWitt orders evacuation of all Japanese from the coast. Stores, farms, homes are hurriedly sold. Lives are uprooted. Where did DeWitt get the authority? 7 West Coast congressmen have asked President Roosevelt to move all Japanese, immigrants and American-born Nisei alike. The president vigorously approves. Move anyone, citizen or alien, as military necessity requires. And the United States now has 112,000 prisoners of war.
So my mom was 16 when her family was incarcerated, and she lived in Long Beach, California at the time, and they were sent to an assembly center, and then they were sent by train over to Jerome, Arkansas, and then later they were sent to Tule Lake in California. I think the Wartime Commission on Civilian Internment kind of summarized it well, that what led to this was really a failure of leadership, hysteria, wartime hysteria, and then racism. So Yasui and Hirabayashi were both cases that were brought up under the curfew, or they were challenged about the curfew. So Gordon Hirabayashi and Min Yasui both practiced civil disobedience. They said, you know, it's against my constitutional rights that I have to be either excluded from certain areas to live or face this curfew when no one else is going to have to face it, just based on my Japanese American heritage. Korematsu had a girlfriend, and so he decided he wanted to keep seeing his girlfriend, and so he didn't go with his family to the assembly center, and he had some minor surgery to make his eyes look different. He adopted a different name in order to just go about his life, but he was eventually found, and then he was tried for violating the exclusion order. They were all found guilty, well, the Hirabayashi and Yasui and Korematsu cases. Then the Endo case was one where she did follow the orders and she was incarcerated, but then they brought her case up under unlawful detention. The Endo case was interesting because hers specifically dealt with the detention. So she was already detained in the camp. She wanted to have her day in court about it. When it finally went to the Supreme Court, they said she's loyal, and they let the White House know. Then the White House right before then did a public proclamation to say that, okay, we've had enough time, we can let the Japanese Americans go. I think the parallels I see today in relationship to that time are the racism and trying to paint a whole group of people as suspect merely on the basis of their country of origin or their heritage. What we have is young people and others and large protests that can shift the discussions that we have in society, but hopefully that will be enough to keep this from happening.